Hey guys, it's Rich, and I got some big news for you guys. Canopy Growth just got bigger. Canopy Growth just got better. Canopy Growth is now the #1 marijuana stock in the world. They are now trading on the New York Stock Exchange. It's true. And you're hearing it from your boy first, because that's what we do. We break the news first. So obviously, if you've been watching Canopy Growth, you know that they are under the symbol WEED on the Toronto Stock Exchange. But what is their symbol on the New York Stock Exchange, which they are on now today? The symbol is CGC on the New York Stock Exchange. So let's take a look at CGC. There it is on the New York Stock Exchange. What a beautiful thing. The first cannabis stock first mover ever to be on the New York Stock Exchange, and is trading at $29.49, currently down 2%. But this is huge news for Canopy Growth Corp. If you're an investor, you must love this news. This is a company that is second to none. This listing follows a history of firsts for the company, including being the first publicly traded, federally regulated cannabis company in North America. That's right, the first mover, and the first to be included in the S&P TSX Composite Index. They are numero uno. We are a company focused on leadership, vision, and integrity, and listing on one of the most prestigious exchanges in the world validates the level of execution and ambition our team has demonstrated, says Bruce Linton, chairman and CEO of Canopy Growth. 5 years ago, as a small Smith Falls-based startup in the cannabis sector, we could have never imagined this historic moment. I am exceptionally proud of our team for what they have built and what we will continue to build by continuing our focus on research, product innovation, and intellectual property to drive the industry forward around the world. The company's common shares on the OTC Pink under the symbol TWMJF will continue to trade until market close on May 23rd, which was yesterday, after which these shares will begin trading under the ticker symbol CGC on the NYSE. The company's common shares listed on the TSX will continue to trade under the ticker symbol WEED. Canopy Growth focuses on delivering value for shareholders through an unparalleled market strategy, which now includes operations in 8 countries. That's right, 8 countries, as well as a licensed domestic growing platform of 2.4 million square feet. This domestic production capacity is planned to increase to 5.6 million square feet by the end of the calendar year to meet demand from the recreational market following legalization, as well as the rapidly expanding global medical cannabis market. Guys, girls, people of all ages, this company is second to none. They are the biggest. They have 5.6 million square feet of growing capacity, which is about 5 times more than the second biggest grower behind them. So you must understand there is a reason why they are the leader and why I've been telling you since day one that they are the LeBron James of medical marijuana cannabis stocks for the free world. And I was 100% correct. And I want to show you guys how ridiculous this company has traded. Now, this is their listing here at $29.59, and I'm going to mark it because this is most likely going to grow, okay? So we're just going to mark where it is today because it's the first day trading. Obviously down 2% today. Nothing to be too concerned about. But let's take a look at the Canadian stock that's been trading for a couple of years. I want to show you something, and I want to show you how much this company has exploded. So take a look at this. On June 6th of last year, less than a year ago, they were at $6, okay? Had you bought them at that time, you would have been able to produce a return, which is crazy because I actually had them at these prices. You would have, but I sold. You would have been able to produce a return of over 650%. That is correct. A return of over 650% if you bought it about a year ago. Not bad, right? So that upside has been outrageous, okay? Now, where did it really start to explode? Right here. In September of last year, it was at $7. About $8. It was about $8 in September of last year, okay? Since then, it's been on an epic run, and it has climbed over 400% or 500%, and it hasn't stopped. It went as high as $44, I believe. It shows on this chart about 42, and right now we're at 38. So had you bought it a year ago, your return on your investment would have been about 650%. Now that is a substantial return on your investment. Substantial return. Okay. So you're going to get about a 650% return on Canopy Growth. Now, how happy would you have been if you got a 650% return on Canopy Growth Corporation and you bought it a year ago? If you were watching Rich TV Live, you know we were talking about this stock way, way back, like in January, okay, which, let's see here. Where was the price? Here we go. In January of last year, they were priced at, what, $9? Yeah, they were at $9, okay. They were at $9. Went as high as 12.13, then came all the way back down in the summer of 2017. Similar to what I've been predicting for all of you guys, how the markets are going to go up and down and be very choppy all summer. And then my prediction is that they're going to have their epic run in the fall of 2018. And look what happened here. In the summer it was choppy, up and down. And then what happened is as soon as it hit September, it started to skyrocket. It started to climb. Got up to $12, came back down a little bit, went all the way as high as 20 in November, and we thought, oh, that was an epic run. And then here we go, in December, came back down a little bit, and then skyrocketed in January, and has not stopped. Went all the way as high as $42 January 9th, came all the way back down, saw, lower lows here, at 24 in February when everything came back down. They also came back down. And then what have they done? They've been just climbing since then. Went back up as high as 34, went back down as low as 25. That was a great buying opportunity. And now we've had another jump here all the way. They've been as high as just under 40. They were like 39, just under $40. And right now they're sitting at $38 Canadian. So if you are buying Canopy Growth Corp and you've been watching Rich TV Live for the last year and you've been buying just Canopy Growth Corp, you've probably got an opportunity to make enormous returns, okay? This is a company that's got huge upside. They've got huge potential. Do your research. Do your due diligence. Know who you're investing in, okay? This is a company that's not just one company. This is a company that has brands. One of them is Tweed. Tweed is the most recognized cannabis brand in the world. It has built a large and loyal following by focusing on quality products and meaningful customer relationships. Tweed doesn't just sell cannabis, it facilitates a conversation about a product we've all heard about but haven't met intimately yet. It is approachable and friendly, yet reliable and trusted. That's just one of their brands. They also own Spectrum Cannabis and DNA Genetics. Oh yeah, and Leafs by Snoop. That's right. Snoop Dogg is a part of Canopy. So Canopy has been doing all the right moves. They thought about going to the NASDAQ, thought against it, and then decided to make the right decision, which I agreed with, which is to go on the New York Stock Exchange, okay? On the NASDAQ, you will be shorted with impunity, which we've seen happen with Kronos Group. This decision to go on the New York Stock Exchange was brilliant, is genius, and this is why Canopy is number one. And look at all their partners. Look at all their brands. They are number one for a reason. They make all the right decisions. This is a company that will continuously grow, and I will not be surprised if we see them trading at north of $100 on the Toronto Stock Exchange. Okay? I will not be surprised the day we see them hit $100 on the Toronto Stock Exchange, and who knows, maybe we'll even see them trade north of $100 on the New York Stock Exchange. It's true. I believe this is a company that is destined for greatness. They are number one right now, and they are by far the biggest and the best. And considering they've only been around for 4 years, I am mind-boggled by the growth of this company. Literally mind-boggled. And you really have to look at their team, okay? The team needs a lot of credit for this, especially the founder, chairman, and chief executive director, Bruce Linton, who has taken a company from a small company from Smith Falls, Ontario, which nobody knows where the heck that even is, to where they are today, a global powerhouse, okay? Now remember, Rich TV Live is strictly for education, entertainment purposes. Always do your due diligence, always do your research. Invest in companies because you love them, not because you heard about it here on Rich TV Live. Now, it's true. We do bring all the winners first. It's true. But remember, we talk about a lot of different companies. We talk about them every single day. Not every company is going to be a winner all the time. Some companies might take a little longer. Some companies might explode, like we've seen here with Canopy Growth Corp. At the end of the day, the key is that you do your due diligence, you do your research, and you invest in a company that you have an affinity with. That affinity could be for many different reasons. But at the end of the day, you've got to ask yourself, if you invest in a company and it doesn't succeed, who are you going to blame then? Nobody but yourself. So please, do your research, do your due diligence. If you want to learn about Canopy Growth, go to canopygrowth.com. Take a look at their chart. It is an amazing winner, a big winner with huge potential even from these levels. And one more time, let's look at their New York Stock Exchange price, currently at $29.63, down slightly 1.93%. What do you guys think? I love this company. I told you guys they're the LeBron James of medical marijuana and cannabis stocks. I was 100% correct. This bad boy is a big winner. You can go to their investors page, read up about them. Let me know, do you love Canopy Growth Corp? Do you think it's going to go higher? Please comment down below. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe for more updates daily as they happen. We bring you the news first. If you haven't hit the bell for notifications. Hit that bell beside the subscribe button so you get all of our notifications 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Let me know, do you love this company? If you do, why? Do you dislike this company? If you do, why? Take a look at their website for news releases, financials, investor information, governance, investor events, analyst coverage, investor presentation. It's all right there. You can even see the AGM video. Let's take a look.
What we're trying to do is be the best, follow the rules, and make sure that the world sees us as the leader we intend to be.
Oh, we see it.
The most regrettable feeling in 10 years would be to reflect back and say, we were in a great spot, but we moved too slowly. We were too cautious. We sought to maximize the minute rather than to own the hour. The notion of being first is an obsession in that if you want to lead, it often doesn't come by being second.
Oh, there was Snoop.
So we became the first to trade on the TSX Venture. And we became the first to move up to the TSX, the first to be in the Composite Index, the first to raise 100 million, the first to raise 200 million. We became the first to do a consolidating transaction to buy a licensed producer, and then we kept buying.
And the first to be on the New York Stock Exchange.
We're doing a good job of going to where the puck will be. We started off with a really large growing platform, and we diversified rapidly from indoor to indoor and greenhouse. The laughingstock question is, what are you going to do with all that space? The question today is, how do you get more?
Wow.
If Canopy wants to be only one thing, that would be probably a short-term plan. But the regulations require us to have multiple businesses in one. So we have to have a very effective agribusiness, producing. We have to have a very effective technical skill set, which is extraction. Canopy Rivers assists entities who are in a licensing process or have a license they want to expand to do so more rapidly with capital and certainty that they have the best practices in the sector which come from Canopy to allow a continuous flow of increased quantities and types of cannabis to be available to us without having to deploy our capital to own 100%. Then we have to have a very effective research capability, which is Canopy Health. Canopy Health's purpose is to take what are formalized ingredients and convert them into testable products that will become either over-the-counter products, a natural health product, and a drug identification number completed product. As it becomes global, you start to think about how can I actually take the inventions that occur in Canada and use that knowledge to create value in each geography, and these things kind of become like a really interesting set of gears running together.
Wow.
Chile and Canada have a terrific relationship. We've set up a joint partnership there where we pick what we feel, after seeing many parties, the best relationship we could have so that we can begin to do what we've done in Canada. Smaller market, different mix of products, but looking for medical efficacy and management of the cannabis production and delivery. We move over to a place like Brazil. Starting a joint venture business in Brazil takes quite a lot of lawyers and is difficult. You need to have a strong local partner or you can't enter. But once you get through it, you end up with the ability to do both research, product importation, and product growth and production. So when you swing to Australia, we've been a participant in the market through a party that looked at all the LPs in Canada and said, we think Tweed Canopy is the best one. We'd like to give them 10% of our company if they'll give us advice and sit on our board. So with OzCan, we became a participant. Germany has been a priority for us. We've been working with the German opportunity for about 2 years now. And the effect of that is that we became the first country in North America and second in the world to be asked and permitted to import cannabis to Germany. We have licenses to hold cannabis and distribute cannabis. We have a GMP certified facility on that side of the ocean. And we got the Germans to review and certify our facilities here. Now, from a company's perspective, it's really important that we don't want to be the the best business case ever of a company that had 40% market share for a week and then runs out forever. And so we've really been focused on spending a lot of shareholder money to build a much bigger production asset, to make a much bigger extraction asset, to create new formulations and products that we think will either be permitted day one or shortly thereafter. Second half of 2017 calendar is about using those assets to sell quite a lot of cannabis, test and stress. Be ready for the first half of calendar 2018. And you know the back half of calendar 2018 is deliver, deliver, deliver. The way Canopy has been formed, the way that we're operating it, it's so that we can keep having AGMs. And we can keep having AGMs I want to go to. We're not proud just to be leading the company that you're a shareholder in, that Canadians are proud of the company that actually is the leader around the globe. And so the point of the company is that it is not a quick turn, it's not a hype, it's not a trade, it's to build a great company. And I think we've had that from day one, and you're seeing it expressed more and more every day the way we operate.
This is why they are numero uno, and I told you guys since day one they were, and why they are up 650% on the Toronto Stock Exchange in a year. Ridiculous, right? Here's the proof. Look, it was at $6.68 on June 6, 2017. Today at $38.17, representing a 650% return on your investment. Had you put in $10,000 a year ago and let it sit, that $10,000 would have made you $650,000. Insane. That's all I gotta say. Insane. So, I gotta go. It's been a amazing day. We got Canopy Growth Corp on the New York Stock Exchange. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? It's unbelievable. Sorry, I made the wrong... 650%. If you put in $10,000, you would have made $65,000. If you put in $1,000, you would have made $6,500. Had you put in $100,000, you would have made $650,000. Wow. Tell me you love this industry. I love the cannabis industry. I love Canopy Growth Corp. I expect it to continuously climb from here. Yeah, it might come back down. But long term, it's a big winner. And as Rich Stradamus, I predict, I see a day that we see them at $100 on the Toronto Stock Exchange. You can book it. All right, party people, have a great day. Canopy Growth Corp, CGC, on the New York Stock Exchange. It's true, the first to be on the TSX, the first to raise $100 million, and now the first to be on the New York Stock Exchange. Thank you for watching. This is your boy Rich, and I'm Mo. Peace.